Is it accurate that this was a fight that didn't interest you? Obviously, Josh was campaigning for it for a while, but is it true that you just weren't, all that interested in fighting him for all those years?
Probably a question for Dana.
Yeah, Matt Hughes has never not been interested in anything. I mean, even fights that I've called him in the past, and I've talked about this before, there was nothing he was more or less interested in than the second fight with Frank Trigg. Those two hated each other. He'd already destroyed him in the first fight by standing rear naked choke, and his thing was, I'm never going to beat him more impressively than I did the first time. But he took the fight. Never called Matt Hughes and had Matt Hughes go, I don't want to do this fight, or I'm not interested. Never. In almost, in over 10 years of being in business together, never called Matt Hughes.
I just never got called for the fight. So, I mean, Josh isn't the first one that called me out, wanting to fight me. So, I mean, just one of the guys wanting to fight me. And whatever the UFC wants to put together for the fans is what's going to happen.
And have you made a decision whether or not this will be your last fight?
No.
It will depend on what happens on Saturday night?
I don't know if I would say that. I'm just going to talk with the UFC after this, and we'll see. I mean, I'm 37. I was the guy this guy was talking about 5 minutes ago about being older, and and this and that. So I just want to see what's going on. I don't want to be in my 40s and fighting. I just don't. About to be 38, so we'll just see what's going to go on. I'm not going to sign another 4-fight deal for sure.
Are you going to look at a win over Matt Hughes as possibly something catapulting in the welterweight division, or are you going to go back up to middleweight?
Well, one of the reasons why I wanted to go up and just have a couple of fights is because of the fact that everybody at welterweight was just tied up. St. Pierre, I'm not going to be fighting him for any time any soon. All the top guys were tied up, so I thought that, I was like, what's going to give me some motivation to train hard and get in the gym? And I was like, man, I need to find a big fight. So we were asking for a number of fighters in the 185-pound division, just because I wanted to, have motivation to get in there and train and, come back and have a good, exciting fight. So, I think Chris Lieben was one of the guys that we asked for, and Vanderlei Silva was the second guy. So, I mean, nothing against those guys. They're good fighters, and I just thought it would be fun for the fans and give me some motivation to train. As for taking this fight with Matt Hughes, this is a fight that should have happened a long time ago, I felt. So I'm not sure why. I've asked for it a number of times, and I'm not sure why he never accepted it. So or it's never been offered to him. So here it is now. Saturday night we get to settle the score and figure out where my place is going to be and where his place is going to be in the history of the UFC.